Hello and welcome back to the Wildlands for the third instalment of a bit of a day in the life of off-grid homesteaders here in Portugal. Today's episode I was going to take you for a lovely walk around the lanes with the dogs and show you the countryside, but it's ever so cloudy and gloomy, so I thought that actually it'd be nicer to do that on a sunny day. And then I thought, well, I'll show you, I'll just take you around the garden and the food forest and we'll do some harvesting. I've noticed quite a few things out here that need picking. I'm going to take you around as I do that. And then it rained. So I can't really pretend that I'm upset about the rain. It's been fabulous. It rained for about an hour, slow and steady, didn't really soak into the ground much, but it's a start. So I'm very grateful for that. So I spent this morning cozied up in the shade house with a cup of tea and a good book. And now it's stopped for hopefully a little while. So we're down in the food forest and we're going to go and do some picking. I also show you the chickens a little bit later on because they have their new roof and I was eager to see if it was doing its job. So thanks very much for joining me and let's get on around the food forest. The first thing that I've come to harvest is some of these chilies. He's got flowers, he's got green chilies, but he also has some red. So I'm going to pick these so that I can dehydrate them and turn them into chili powder. Had a really nice crop off of these this year. I'm so pleased that they're still flowering. They'll keep going until it frosts. And you can dig up pepper plants and try to overwinter them in something like a cold frame or a greenhouse or your warm kitchen if you have a normal house. I've never tried it and friends have tried it with mixed success, but I'm quite happy to just leave them at the end of the season and grow new ones next year. Wow, we're getting a lovely crop. These have already been picked once, these plants. This is the second round. Starting to rain again. Uh-oh. Right, there we go. That's it for now. I'm going to have to pause while it rains itself out again. I thought I'd pop up and show you the raindrops falling in the lovely full looking reservoir. It's a shame about all the acres of black plastic. Just one of those jobs we haven't quite managed to get to finish yet. But one day we'll dig it in and landscape it, make it look all smart. For now at least it's doing its job of holding the water. And then if we pop over here, we can have a little look at the poor sad flat bladder. It's getting a good wash. It ain't going to fill up anytime soon. And then real quick I had to run over to the car because the car leaks and we get puddles on the floor. So I had to go and chuck the rain cover on. And then down to visit the chickens, whose roof is working ever so well. It's keeping them all nice and dry inside. Shame about the tarp over the coop. We're going to shingle the coop roof at some point when we have enough time. So for now the tarp will do the job. Don't they look cosy in here? That Jack has a lot to say today. They're all puttering about, keeping themselves dry. Really, really pleased with this roof. So glad we did it. Alright, we have another break in the rain. So that's pretty much the chilies picked. There are some teeny tiny chilies, but I'm just going to leave them on the plants until they've gotten a little bit more red. But I did notice over here we have some strawberries, which is such a fabulous thing to find. Look at the size of that, perfectly ripe. In September, late September at that, and it's magic here. We've been picking these strawberry plants since April. The only time they didn't, oh no, that one's gone mushy. The only time that they haven't done so well was in the month of August. It was just too hot for them. Oh wow, somebody's been digging here. It's a big hole. We have a stray cat called Bob, who we've adopted, and he likes to come and hunt the voles, which is fine by me. But it does mean that he makes a bit of a mess digging for them sometimes. There we go, another strawberry. There's not hundreds or anything. Woohoo! Ah, I picked the stem by accident. Oh well. Look at that. I'm going to go hunt around the whole rest of the food forest and see how many strawberries I can find. Ooh. We're down in the unruly market garden now, where this lemon basil has turned to seed. Fabulous. I'll be back to save that another day. For now, what I want is this lovely little cucumber. Oh, he's doing well. And I think if I left him on the vine any longer, he'd just go yellow. So we'll have him. So we are doing well. I'm going to make this in so he doesn't squash my straws. There's a whole bunch of peppers, but they're also, same as the chili peppers, they're staying on the stems until they get riper and drier. So we'll just head down that way where I think I've seen a courgette. I did spy a courgette. He's been a little bit too long on the vine, and all the other ones have gone yellow and are no good anymore. Snip them off. He might put out another few courgettes this year, but probably not. This is at the end of my beetroot bed. There, that's a decent size. I'll have to invent something for dinner that can include that. So the beetroot bed's looking a little bit sad now, mainly because I was going to interplant between the beetroot, put my spinach and my winter lettuces and so on in between, but it's just been so very dry and so very hot that they wouldn't have survived. So the seedlings are all sitting in the cold frame, desperately waiting to go out. And I've got acres of space for them, but it's just not quite time. Fingers crossed that it absolutely deluges overnight, and then we can move back on getting things out when they should go. Right, that is a decent bit of work there. We've got chilies, strawberries, courgette and cucumber. I'm happy with that. It's just starting to rain again now. Looks like it's just going to be on and off all day, which is not overly conducive to filming. So I'm going to scoot off and edit up what I've got. A little bit of harvesting in the garden, peek at the chickens, peek at the rain. Hopefully that's enough for today. And tomorrow we're due more bright skies, a bit more sunshine, and I'm going to take the dogs out on that walk that I promised you. Flapjack is so noisy. Thanks again for joining me and having a peek at the day in the life of off-grid homesteaders. Thanks for all of your comments. I need to spend a bit more time catching up on those, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another little instalment of our life off-grid. See you again soon. Bye.